Wait, the time has come. You've probably heard this many times before, but the words that have come to you today are for that part of your heart that has long been tired, for that part that stayed silent at night, that hid the storms within itself by smiling at people, that which, even when shattered, held itself together. You have often looked up at the sky and asked, "When will my hard work be seen? When will my tears turn into smiles? When will the day come when I too will feel that destiny has taken my hand?" And today, as if time is standing before you and saying, "There's not much left to wait for," the pain in your heart wasn't in vain. The tears that fell from your eyes didn't end by falling to the ground. Every pain, every weight, every loneliness was a chapter of your story, written to bring you to that destination, one you never fully shared with anyone. People, looking at you, said everything would be all right, but little did they know how many battles were raging inside you. Little did they know that you fought back from breaking down every day. Little did they know how many times you sacrificed your happiness to keep your dreams alive. But now, it's as if the winds are changing. It's as if time is knocking at your door. That dream you saw 1,000 times with your eyes closed, that dream you pushed forward tirelessly, that dream will no longer remain just a dream. A new page in the book of your life is about to open. And this time, it won't be written with pain. This time, it will be written with victory. This time, there will be joy, peace, and the feeling you've been searching for all these years. Remember that day when you were all alone, when you thought nothing would change, when you felt like giving up, but you kept going because somewhere deep inside you, a tiny bit of hope remained. That same hope stands before you today, saying, "Don't give up," because miracles come to those who keep believing until the very end. Time takes its own course in reckoning with what you've endured, and time never ignores hard work forever. Now, banish fear from your heart. Bring back that sparkle in your eyes, because what's coming will not only make you happy but also make you realize that your struggles were not in vain. One day, people will hear your story and say, "Look, this is the same person who, even in the face of brokenness, refused to let herself die. This is the same person who kept the light alive even in the dark." Hold on, because time is truly changing, and perhaps the most beautiful chapter of your life is about to begin. When that moment arrives, you may initially find yourself in disbelief. You'll repeatedly ask yourself, "Is this really happening to me? Has the day I've been waiting for so long?" For someone who has experienced pain for so long, it takes a while to believe in happiness. For someone who has always seen their luck slip away, it's not easy to believe in the sudden light. But listen, after every dark night comes dawn, and in every broken heart a new hope is born. You have seen days in your life when you had no words. There was only silence. You were standing among people, but inside you were completely alone. There was a smile on your face, but inside your heart there was a storm. Many times you held back your tears because you did not want anyone to see your weakness. You tried to be strong for people while inside you were trying to handle yourself, and the world only saw your smile, not your struggle. But time sees everything. He sees the nights when you broke down without telling anyone. He hears the prayers you prayed only in your heart. He remembers the unfulfilled dreams you never gave up. And now, it's as if time is whispering in your ears, "I've waited long enough. Now it's your turn." The day isn't far when you'll have tears in your eyes, but this time, they'll be of joy, not pain. This time the smile on your face won't be fake. This time your heart won't need any support, because you'll have so much light within you that darkness will be afraid to come near you. And those who never understood you, those who laughed at your struggles, will one day look at you and wonder how this person learned to win even after losing. Your story isn't over yet. The real story is about to begin, because some people's luck doesn't shine easily. But when it does, the whole world watches. Stop, pause. Take a moment to look away from your fast-paced life and listen to your heart. Because the words that have come to you today aren't just words. They're an attempt to reach out to someone who appears strong on the outside, but deep inside has been waiting for a response for a long time. How many times have you told yourself that perhaps nothing will change? Perhaps my destiny holds few blessings. Perhaps I'm simply made to struggle. You've also seen how some people moved ahead without even trying, while you, despite putting in all your strength, remained stuck in the same place. You must have wondered, what was lacking in my hard work? What was lacking in my prayers? What was lacking in my intentions? But listen, every story has its own time. Not every flower blooms in the same season. Not every sun rises at the same time, and not every dream comes true on the same day. Some dreams take time because they aren't meant to be fulfilled. They are meant to become history. Your eyes have seen everything you've never fully told anyone about. You've seen those nights when the whole world was asleep, and you were fighting the storms within yourself. You've experienced those moments when you had tears to cry, but didn't have the courage to break down in front of anyone. You hid your pain with a smile. You held back your joy for the sake of others' happiness. You supported everyone even when your own shoulders were tired. And the hardest part was that you never complained. You remained silent. You kept going. You kept breaking and then rebuilding yourself. But time was listening to your every silence. Time was observing your every pain. Time was remembering your every unfulfilled dream. And now it's as if it's standing before you and saying, enough of waiting, enough of pain, enough of loneliness. Now the time is coming when tears will fill your eyes, but this time they will be of joy, not pain. One day, suddenly, a turning point will come in your life where everything will seem to change. You will feel as if paths that once seemed closed are opening on their own. Those who once ignored you will start looking at you. Dreams that once seemed so far away will slowly come within arm's reach. And that day, you'll look back at your old life, and your eyes will fill with tears. You'll think about how many times you were about to give up, how many times you were about to stop, how many times you were about to tell yourself, I can't do it anymore, but still, I didn't stop. I fell, but I didn't end. I was broken, but I didn't shatter. And that will be your greatest victory. Because the greatest victory in life isn't about reaching a destination. The greatest victory is when, despite every pain, a person doesn't let their dreams die. I'm continuing in the same emotional, constantly flowing style. Hold on, because your dream wasn't just a thought. It was the deepest desire of your heart. It was the story of countless nights when you buried your face in your pillow, wiping away tears. It was the pain of those mornings when you woke up smiling, but felt completely empty inside. It was the voice of those days when the whole world seemed against you. Yet, a tiny hope lives within you. The one who used to say again and again, no, not yet. We should not give up now. And today, it seems as if the time has stood in front of you and is saying, listen, now prepare your heart, because the thing for which you had waited the most is moving towards you. Your dream is about to come true. Yes, the same dream which you had seen thousands of times with your closed eyes. The same dream thinking of which brought a smile on your face, and remembering which many times your eyes would fill with tears. The same dream for which you changed yourself, changed your habits, changed your paths, and many times even convinced your heart to wait a little more. People used to look at you and say, leave it. What will happen by thinking so much? Whatever has to happen will happen. But little did they know that this wasn't just a dream. It was a part of your heart, your breath connected to it. It was your hope, your reason, a reason for your life. And what's about to come won't just be a change. It will change the course of your entire life. You'll suddenly realize that life isn't the same. You'll feel as if a door that had been closed for so long is slowly opening. You'll feel as if a dark room has suddenly been filled with light, and standing in that light, you'll remember your old days. You'll remember how you fought your battles alone, how you held yourself together when no one else was there, how you mended the broken pieces yourself. And that day, tears will flow from your eyes. But this time, not in pain. This time, they will be of the joy of the fulfillment of those dreams for which your heart has waited for years. Because some stories don't come true easily. Miracles come late in some people's lives, but when they do, they come with such force that all the pain of the past seems small. And perhaps your life is now at that very crossroads, where the struggle isn't ending, but rather, it's about to write its own story of victory. And listen, when dreams are so close to coming true, life often presents its toughest test. That's when the path seems a little more difficult. That's when the heart grows a little more weary. That's when a person begins to feel, maybe I can't do it anymore. Maybe I've lost my strength. Maybe I can't wait any longer. But few people understand that when fate is about to give you something big, it first brings out the full potential hidden within you. It sees how much faith you have in your dreams. It seems that even when the whole world tells you to give up, does your heart quietly say, "No, I won't stop now"? Have you ever noticed? There are some wounds that cannot be seen, some pains that have no sound, and some battles that only the person fighting them can understand. You too had such struggles in your life. You laughed with people, but 1,000 questions swirled inside your heart. You said everything was fine, but a part of you was breaking every day. How many times had you told your heart to wait a little longer, to endure a little longer, that one day everything would change? And today, it seems that day is slowly coming towards you. Your dream is no longer just an incomplete picture in the sky. It is slowly becoming the reality of your life. What once seemed so far away is now coming closer to your feet. The path that once seemed to end now holds a new world ahead. And in that world, there will be no fear in your eyes. There will be no fake smile on your face. There will be no incompleteness in your heart. There will be only peace. There will be only that feeling that will tell you, "See, your wait was not in vain." One day you will look back on your old days and you will not believe your own story. You will wonder, am I really the same person who hid so many tears? Am I really the one who kept my dreams alive despite so much pain? And then, a voice will come from within your heart. Yes, you are the same person, but you are no longer the same person. Pain did not weaken you, but pain made you such that no storm can bring you down. I understand that you need long, deep, continuous paragraphs, flowing in a continuous manner. I release them in the same style, not in small pieces. Wait, wait, because you have not yet realized the great turmoil that has begun within your life. You are still looking at your old pains and thinking that perhaps everything will remain the same. Perhaps the same weight, the same struggle, the same unfulfilled dreams are written in my destiny. But you must understand that life does not change suddenly. It changes gradually. Just as the sky becomes darker for a while before the night ends, similarly, when something big is about to happen in life, a person feels the most tired. And perhaps this is why your heart has been feeling strange these past few days. You feel something is about to change, but you can't quite put it into words. You feel something stirring inside you, as if your soul is trying to give you a signal dot because the dream you've held in your heart for so long, the dream that was included in your every prayer, the dream that was hidden behind your every tear, is no longer just a part of your imagination. It's slowly on its way to becoming your reality. Remember the day you were completely broken. Remember the night when you looked up at the sky and said, "I can't take it anymore." Remember the time when you felt like your voice wasn't reaching anyone, that your hard work wasn't visible, that your tears were worthless. You were alone even when you stood among people. A smile was on your face, but deep inside your heart was an emptiness that no one could see. You've often convinced yourself that maybe this is life. Maybe this is how I have to live. Maybe someone else got my share of happiness. But little did you know that life wasn't doing all this to destroy you, but to prepare you. Because some people aren't born to find happiness. Some people are born to teach the world through their stories that even after being broken, one can rise again. One can smile even after crying, and that victory can be written even in the face of defeat. And you are one of those people. Your tears did not weaken you. Your pain did not diminish you. Your struggles did not block your path. All this was preparing you for that destination where, upon reaching, you will say to yourself, "If I had given up then, I would never have seen this day." And now, time is slowly changing its face. That chapter of your life, filled with waiting, pain, and struggle, is now coming to an end. A new chapter is about to open, and this time, it won't be just a story of tears. It will contain moments when the smile on your face comes from the heart. It will contain mornings when you wake up without fear. It will contain the feeling when you see your dream standing before you, and for a moment, you can't believe your eyes. You will simply stand silently and say to yourself, I waited. I endured the pain. I didn't give up, and finally, my dream came true. Stop. Hold your fast-paced life for a moment, because what you need to hear today is perhaps for that corner of your heart that has been silent for so long. You may feel that days change, but life doesn't. Mornings come, evenings go. People come, people go, but the longing inside you never ends. Many times, you must have stood in a crowd and felt a void inside you that no one could fill. You kept a smile on your face, made people laugh, made everyone feel that you were okay, but only you knew the truth of your heart. You knew that every night before going to sleep, your heart said the same thing. Will my time ever come? Will there ever be a day when I too can say with peace that everything is okay now? Will it ever happen that my prayers don't just become words and get lost in the sky, but instead descend into my life? And today, it seems as if time has come very close to you and is softly saying it. Yes, that time is on its way. You have endured so much that you probably haven't even told anyone. There were some pains that you couldn't put into words. There were some wounds that you hid behind a smile. There were some relationships that broke you from within. There were some situations that distanced you from yourself. You felt that life was pushing you back again and again. When you wanted to move forward, the paths were closed. When you hoped, things broke. When you wanted to hold the hand of someone close to you, your hands remained empty. But there was one thing you couldn't see. Every fall was not stopping you. Every fall was preparing you for that height where you will be proud of yourself. Because some people don't reach their destination directly. Some people first have to go through the fire of pain, so that when they win, their story will be not only one of victory, but also one of courage. And now the weather of your life is about to change. You have seen storms for a long time. Now the winds are about to change. The dream you held in your heart for so many years, the dream that was in your every silent prayer, the dream that remained as a spark in your eyes, it will no longer be just a dream. It will slowly enter your world. You will be silent for a moment. You will look back on your old days. You will remember the nights you cried. You will remember the days you fought alone. And then tears will flow from your eyes. But this time they will not be tears of pain. This time they will be tears of realization that life has finally taken your hand. Your dream has finally reached your doorstep. And listen, sometimes life works very quietly. It doesn't loudly announce that your destiny is about to change. It doesn't suddenly come and knock on your door. It gradually begins to transform everything around you. First, your way of thinking changes. Then the strength within you changes. Then your perspective changes. And after that, your entire world begins to change. Perhaps you've felt something different happening within you for some time now. Sometimes, for no reason, your heart becomes emotional. Sometimes, for no reason, you start remembering old days. Sometimes, suddenly, you feel that a lot is about to change. This isn't just a feeling. This is the moment when life is taking you out of old pain and into a new direction. Because a person who has walked in darkness for too long, when light is about to appear, his heart already begins to feel that change. How many things have you lost in your life? Perhaps you've even stopped counting. Some loved ones have left, some relationships have broken, some dreams have remained unfulfilled, and some desires you buried deep within your heart. You convinced yourself that everything was fine, yet a voice within you kept asking, when will my turn finally come? When will I finally get a chance to smile without fear? When will I too be able to look back on my life and proudly say, yes, I got what I wanted? Perhaps you don't know that time has already prepared the answer to your question. Because some joys come late, but when they do, they make all the pain a person has experienced seem small. Some dreams don't come true easily because they aren't just meant to be fulfilled. They are meant to change your entire life. And the day your dream comes true, there will be a strange silence within you. You won't shout loudly. You won't try to prove anything to the world. You will simply remain silent for a few moments. Your eyes will fill with tears. You will look up at the sky, and only one thing will come out of your heart. I didn't give up. You will remember the nights when you were broken. You will remember the mornings when you woke up exhausted. You'll remember those days when all you had left was hope, and then you'll understand that your struggle wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to transform you into the kind of person who could stand up to their dreams and say, "I waited, and my time has finally come." And now, don't just read what you need to hear as words. Feel it with your heart, because sometimes life doesn't answer in words, it answers feelings. You've been walking for so long that you yourself can't remember the last time you breathed freely, without worry. You probably can't even remember the last time you laughed from your heart and said, "I'm truly happy." Because for the past several days, several months, perhaps even years, you weren't just living, you were fighting. Every morning you didn't just start a new day, you started a new battle. No one could see the exhaustion within you. People saw your smile, but couldn't understand the restlessness hidden behind it. People took your silence for granted, but little did they know how many unfulfilled questions lay hidden within that silence, how many shattered hopes, how many things you couldn't say to anyone. But now, it's as if the wind is telling a different story. It's as if time itself is sitting beside you, gently placing a hand on your shoulder, saying, "No more." You won't need to cry yourself to sleep every night. You won't need to wake up every morning with the fear of losing something. You won't need to just stare at your dreams from afar, because what seems so far away is now coming your way. Your dream is no longer just a dream in your eyes. It's now becoming a reality, moving towards your life. And perhaps you won't believe it yet, because a person who has seen only pain for so long takes time to trust happiness. He constantly wonders if this too will slip away from him. I hope this too doesn't fall apart. I hope this too doesn't remain just a hope. But this time, it's a different story. This time, life isn't going to give you just a brief moment. This time, life is going to give you the feeling you've waited so long for. One day, you'll suddenly recall your old days, and your own story will seem like a movie. You'll remember how you continued walking down paths where no one was there with you. You'll remember how you wiped away your own tears, how you consoled your own heart, how you kept your own hopes from being shattered. And then you'll smile very softly, because at that moment your dream will stand before you, the dream for which you lost your sleep, withheld your joys, and hid your pain. And at that moment your heart will say only one thing: "Look, the wait is over. The day I've been waiting for so long has finally arrived." And listen, never look back at your broken days and think that your story ended there, because some stories begin with pain, but their endings are written with miracles. You've been carrying a burden within you for so long that you've become accustomed to living with that pain. You have convinced your heart that perhaps every person's life has some unfinished parts. Perhaps everyone has to keep some dreams as just dreams. But you didn't know that behind the scenes of your life, time was quietly writing something for you that even you hadn't fully imagined. Because the things that seemed to delay you weren't stopping. They were just waiting for the right moment. Just as a seed lies quietly under the soil, and from the outside, it seems nothing is happening, but an entire world is forming inside it. Similarly, so much was changing inside your life, and you couldn't see it. How many times must you have felt alone? How many times must you have felt that people only see your presence, not the struggle within you? How many times must you have sat in the silence of your room and asked yourself, "When will my life start changing too? When will my prayers stop fading into thin air?" And every time, you were met with only silence. But sometimes, silence isn't empty. Sometimes answers are hidden behind silence, because time doesn't answer everything immediately. Some answers are given when a person has become stronger than before, when a person has learned to endure pain. Very soon, you will feel as if life has suddenly taken your hand. You will feel as if a door that had been closed for a long time is slowly opening. Things that once seemed impossible to you will begin to appear before you. And at that moment, you will not only see your destination, you will also remember your journey. You will remember the tears that no one saw. You will remember the pain you kept hidden within you. You will remember those nights when, despite being broken, you did not give up. And in that moment, your eyes will fill with tears, because you will understand that life may have delayed you, but it did not leave you empty-handed. You will understand that your dream did not lose its way. It was just taking time to come to you, and now it stands very close to your door. Wait just a moment longer, because your eyes cannot fully see the turmoil that has already begun within your life. You still look at your old wounds, thinking that perhaps tomorrow will be like yesterday. You still cling to the unfinished affairs, broken relationships, shattered dreams, and painful memories that have weakened you from within. You feel that life has been very harsh on you. You feel that perhaps no one has suffered as much as you have. Many times, sitting in the silence of your room, you must have asked yourself, why is my life so difficult? Why are my paths so difficult when I wish no harm to anyone? Why does my destination always seem to elude me when I try with all my heart? And every time, you must have found only silence. Every time, you must have felt that perhaps there were no answers to your questions. But what you did not see was that behind your life, time was silently writing a story that was not ordinary. Because ordinary stories do not face such storms. Ordinary people don't need to be so strong. Those who are educated first have to understand the language of pain. They first have to go through the fire of waiting. They first have to pass through the darkness of loneliness. You remember the time when you thought everything was over. You remember that night when you closed your eyes and simply said, I have no strength left in me. You remember that moment when you were standing among people, but you felt as if you had no one in the whole world. You were smiling, but that smile was only on your face, not reaching your heart. You were listening to people's conversation, but your mind was lost somewhere else. You were walking, but everything inside you had stopped. And at that moment you felt that perhaps life would never be the same again. Perhaps your share of happiness has lost its way somewhere. Perhaps your dream would remain just a dream dot. But you didn't know that when a person is experiencing the darkest hour of their life, often at that very moment, the brightest dawn of their life is approaching them. The darker the night, the more light the dawn brings. Perhaps the night of your life is now breathing its last. Very soon, a turning point in your life will come when you will find it difficult to believe in yourself. You will suddenly feel something change. You will feel the air no longer the same. You will feel the long closed paths opening up on their own. You will feel the heaviness within you slowly easing. And then, a day will come when you won't just imagine your dream. You will see it before your eyes. In that moment, your heart will pound. Your eyes will become moist. You will stand silently, and your entire journey will replay in your mind. You will remember the days when you were broken. You will remember the nights when you buried your face in the pillow and cried. You'll remember those moments when you thought of giving up, not on the world, but on yourself. But then you'll realize it's good you didn't stop. It's good you didn't break down. It's good you didn't let your dreams die. Because what stands before you today isn't just your dream. It's the answer to your every pain. It's the price of your every tear. It's the result of your every wait. And it's proof that time may delay, but it can't take away your share of light. But the one thing that changes the most is a person's story, and your story now stands at a turning point where old pains are slowly being left behind, and new light is about to rise. You probably still feel that same old tiredness within you. You still feel like you've been walking for so long, with no destination in sight. You might feel like every day is the same. Wake up in the morning, put a smile on your face, show yourself strong in front of people, and at night, be left alone again with the silence of your heart. But little do you know that behind the days you consider ordinary, time is preparing a profound transformation. Just as the winds slowly change their color before the rain, just as the sky hides its light in its silence before sunrise, so too is your life quietly changing. And this change won't be just a small one. It will be a change that will make you completely different from your old self. One day, you will suddenly look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are no longer the same. Your eyes will ache, but that pain will not weaken you. Old memories will linger in your heart, but they won't make you cry. Because that day, you will have a new strength within you. You will understand that the things you cried for, the people you were broken for, the circumstances that kept you awake at night. They didn't come to destroy you, they came to transform you. They came to make you strong enough to handle the joys that lie ahead. Because when life gives a great gift, it first makes a person worthy of it, and that's exactly what was happening with you. Each tear made you a little stronger. Each pain made you a little deeper. Each weight instilled in you a patience few possess. And listen, if you still feel like nothing is changing in your life, if you still feel like each day is just passing and all you get is waiting, then close your eyes and ask your heart a question. Am I still standing? Am I still walking? Am I still getting back up after defeat? And if the answer is yes, then understand that your story isn't over yet. Because defeat isn't when a person falls. Defeat is when a person stops believing in their dreams, and you haven't given up yet. There's still a little light inside you. There's still a little hope. There's still a little voice that softly says every time you break down, walk a little more, hold on a little longer, endure a little longer, because what is yours is on the way. And perhaps this is why, despite so much pain, you are still standing, because your soul knows that your journey is still left, your destination is still left, your most beautiful moment is still left. Many times you must have felt that life brings you back to the same paths where there was only pain. You must have wondered, why am I standing there even after coming so far? Why does it feel like I am running but the destination is going away? Why does it feel like I am using all my strength every time? But life tests me every time, and then you grow weary. Your heart says, enough is enough. Your eyes say, no more. Your mind says, maybe it's better to give up. But at that very moment, a voice rises somewhere deep within you. No, not now. Because the dream you have inside you isn't a small dream. It isn't just a wish. It's your identity. It's the home of your hopes. It's the strength that binds your broken pieces together. And dreams that live deep in the heart don't fade away so easily. They wait. They wait for the right time, and then one day, they suddenly surprise the whole world. And that day is slowly approaching. Very soon, you will witness moments in your life for which you will be at a loss. You will feel as if time has suddenly grabbed your hand and said, I've cried enough, I've broken enough, I've waited enough. Now, there won't be just tears in your eyes. There will be a sparkle in them. There won't be just a smile on your face. There will be peace in them. Now, your heart won't just hold hope, it will hold faith. And when you one day look back on your past, your eyes will fill with tears, because then you'll understand that everything that happened in your life wasn't meant to stop you. It was meant to bring you to that moment where you'll stand, smile softly, and say, I waited. I endured the pain. I didn't let myself break, and today my dream, realized, stands before me. And now that you've reached this far, never hide one thing from your heart. You may be tired, but you're not finished. Your steps may slow down, but your journey hasn't stopped. Because those who walk the path of pain for too long often feel as if this is their whole life. They feel as if perhaps all they have left are responsibilities, only struggles. There are only days when a smile appears on your face, but it doesn't reach your heart. And perhaps you too have felt the same way many times. Many times, you've buried the question deep within you. When will my life change? When will that morning finally come when I won't be afraid? When will I finally be able to close my eyes at night without worry? When will I not just dream about my dreams, but live them? And in searching for answers to these questions, perhaps you had distanced yourself from yourself. Perhaps you had left your heart alone while taking care of others. Perhaps you had let your own hopes wait while fulfilling the world's expectations. But listen. Time never forgets anyone's pain. It counts every tear. It remembers every broken moment. It remembers every night when you quietly picked yourself up, even though you had no one to support you. You felt the world was moving forward, and you were standing still. You felt that something good was happening in everyone's life, and only your story remained incomplete. You would see people smiling and ask yourself, when will my smile return? You would see people moving forward with their dreams and wonder if my dream would ever come looking for me. But what you didn't understand was that life doesn't go according to anyone. Some people's paths are shorter, some longer. Some arrive early, some arrive late. But the latecomer often sees what the early comers never feel. Because those who have experienced pain understand the value of happiness. Those who have waited understand the importance of meeting. Those who have found their way in the darkness not only see the light but also feel it. And very soon, such a moment will come in your life, when your heart will want to stop for a few seconds, because before your eyes will stand the thing you lost sleep to achieve. Fight your fears, and put back together the broken pieces of yourself. In that moment, you will be proud of yourself. In that moment, you will be proud of yourself. In that moment, you will remember your old nights. You will remember how you thought of giving up so many times, but still picked yourself up. And in that very moment, a very soft but very deep voice will emerge from within your heart. Look, the dream I held in my tears has finally become my reality. And now, strengthen your heart and listen to this, because there are some chapters in life that make one cry while reading them, and some chapters that make one cry while living them. Perhaps you have lived your first chapters for too long. Perhaps you have felt too much pain. Perhaps you still harbor wounds that even time has not fully healed. Many times, you must have sat in the silence of your room, stared at the ceiling, and wondered, when will my life finally change? When will I too be able to say without fear, yes, I am happy? When will my prayers not be mere words but become the reality of my life? And every time, you have faced only a long wait. You must have felt that perhaps time has forgotten you. Perhaps your story has stalled somewhere. Perhaps even your dreams have grown tired and abandoned you. But little did you know that the things that seemed so far away were actually slowly creeping toward you. Because life never gives everything all at once. It first gives a person pain so that they can become stronger. Then it gives them waiting so that they can learn patience. Then it gives them loneliness so that they can discover themselves. And then, one day, it gives back everything that a person had given up hope for. Your story has been similar. You learned to walk on paths where there was no one to support you. You navigated nights where hope seemed so small and darkness so vast. You lived through days when you had a smile on your face, but your heart was breaking inside. And the most important thing is that you kept going. Your steps slowed, but you didn't stop. Your eyes moistened many times, but the light of your dreams never went out. And maybe this seems small to you now, but this is your greatest victory. Because everyone can live with pain, but not everyone can keep their dreams alive despite the pain. You did. Every time, you've kept that tiny bit of hope alive inside you that kept you from giving up. And today, that same hope is standing right in front of you, saying, just a little more, just a few more steps, because the destination isn't far away. Very soon, a moment will come in your life when you'll feel like time has suddenly turned in your favor. Paths that seemed closed will open. Things that seemed impossible will become possible. And that day, you won't just see your victory, you'll see your entire journey. You'll remember your old tears, you'll remember your old nights, you'll remember your old fears, and then you'll smile softly. Because at that moment, you won't just have a dream, you'll have your entire story. The story that began with pain, but is now about to reach its most beautiful destination. And now, as time stands at the very door of your life, listen carefully to that voice within you that has been softly calling you all this time, because there was a part of you that never gave up. Even when your eyes saw defeat, it saw hope. Even when your hands were empty, it held on to faith. When the whole world made you feel like nothing would ever change. Yet, somewhere deep within you, a tiny light remained, standing up against the darkness and saying, no, the story isn't over yet. And perhaps you yourself didn't know how many battles you'd won. You only counted the battles you'd lost, but you didn't see the days when you rose even after being broken, when you smiled even after crying, when you stood up again the next day even after feeling empty inside. It all seemed normal to you, but it wasn't normal. It was your strength. It was the tenacity of your soul that had carried you through every storm and brought you here, where you thought everything was over. You must have felt it too. You must have felt that the road ended here. There was nothing further. You must have looked at your dreams and told yourself many times, maybe this isn't meant for me. Perhaps life isn't going to be as beautiful as I imagine. Perhaps all I have left is effort, not a destination. But you should know one thing. When a person is at their weakest moment, that very moment often holds the door to their greatest transformation. Because life doesn't want to break you and leave you. Life wants to make you new. It wants to awaken the person within you who isn't afraid of pain, who doesn't give up in the face of waiting, who doesn't stop in the face of darkness. And now, that person is slowly awakening within you. Now that person is going to take you to where your dream awaits you. When you sit alone in your room, be silent for a few moments, and suddenly, tears will well up in your eyes. Don't just read them, let them sink into your heart. Because everything that has happened in your life so far wasn't just an incident. It was preparing you for a day your eyes won't believe. You've been walking for a very long time, a journey so long that the fatigue in your feet has reached not just your body but your soul. You've seen so many seasons change in your life that you find it hard to trust the seasons anymore. You've seen people come and go. You've seen promises broken. You've seen your dreams shatter before your eyes, many times. You've prayed from the bottom of your heart for those who hurt you. You tried to save the relationships that were slowly slipping from your grasp. You held on to the hopes that were growing weaker each day, and many times, you must have said just one thing to your heart at night. I have no strength left. I can't wait any longer. I can't break down any longer. But every time, you rose again the next day. Every time you hid your tears and started walking again. This might seem normal to you, but no, it wasn't normal. Because rising again after being broken isn't everyone's cup of tea. Everyone can endure pain, but not everyone can keep their dreams alive even after the pain. And now, it's going to feel as if time is slowly returning to you, as if the scattered things in your life are falling back into place. You'll feel that the emptiness that had been inside you for so long is beginning to fill, little by little. You'll feel as if someone has suddenly fanned the tiny flame of hope that had been burning deep inside your heart. And then you'll ask yourself, what's happening? Why do I suddenly feel like something's about to change? Why does it feel like the heaviest chapter of my life is about to end? Because your soul often senses things first that your eyes can't yet see. The restlessness within you isn't just restlessness. It's the sound of impending change. It's the sound of approaching happiness. It signals the moment when your life isn't just about to change, but about to begin anew. And your life isn't just about to change, but about to begin anew. And then one day will come, a day that will appear perfectly normal from the outside. The sun will rise as usual. The wind will blow as usual. People will go about their business as usual. But for you, that day won't be like any other, because something will have changed within you. That day, for the first time, you'll feel that your wait is over. That day, you'll feel for the first time that your dreams aren't just standing in the distance, calling out to you, but are walking towards you. And that moment, your eyes will moisten, because you'll suddenly remember all your old nights. The nights you were alone, the nights you cried, the nights you thought nothing would ever change. And then you'll smile softly and say to your heart, it's good that I didn't give up, because my dream hadn't lost its way. It just took a little longer to reach me. And now, perhaps, you'll begin to understand that your life was never against you. Yes, it made you cry, it made you wait. It led you down paths where there was only loneliness. But it wasn't doing it to destroy you, because life doesn't test those who have some education. It didn't give you pain so you'd give up. It didn't make you wait so you'd break down. It didn't give you loneliness so you'd lose yourself. It was all so that one day, when your dream finally stands before you, you'd understand its value. Because he who has never experienced hunger doesn't understand the value of bread. He who has never seen darkness cannot feel the light. And he who has never suffered pain only sees happiness, never experiences it. But you are one of those who have felt every pain. You have held back every tear in your eyes. You have kept every heartbreak hidden in your heart. That is why the happiness that comes your way will not be ordinary. It will be so deep that all your old wounds will be silenced for a moment. You remember the time when you stopped convincing yourself, when you were tired of saying that everything would be fine, when your own words started to ring hollow. You would say to people that you were fine, but a part of you was slowly breaking down every day. Many times you felt lonely even while standing in a crowd. Many times you held back the tears that welled up in your eyes simply because you didn't want anyone to see your weakness. You remained strong, so strong that gradually people believed that you didn't feel pain. But time had heard your every silence. Time had witnessed every night you buried your face in your pillow and questioned yourself. Time had heard every silent prayer you had uttered in your heart. And now, it seemed as if time was quietly coming to you and saying, "No more. You no longer need to dwell on the pain. You must make room for the days ahead." Soon, you'd suddenly smile at your life. For no reason, your heart would feel lighter. For no reason, you'd feel the air wasn't the same. You'd feel the heaviness that had accumulated within you for years slowly dissipate. And then one day, you'd realize it didn't happen suddenly. It all started the day you rose from your brokenness. It all started the day you took another step forward instead of giving up.